Hi everybody, it's me here, CafeJavaFilms for the DVDfiends, and today I'm going to review the second movie in a famous series of movies that started in the 70s and went on to the 80s. It started from Gorgon releasing to, then it moved on to Brain Damage Films, which made its own series, which was a ripoff of this, only it didn't have the same meaning this one had, same point. And then it continued the Faces of Death collection, but the movie I'm going to basically just give a quick run through because there's not much I can say, is Faces of Death 2. Now, the main thing that I got out of this movie was that death is not something you should fear. That's what is the apparent meaning of all these movies, which I didn't realize until they basically put it in your face and say it. And I was thinking, what the hell does that have to do with the movie? It's just showing all this different stuff, and I haven't watched the first one in a while. It's been months since I've seen the first one. My DVD has been damaged that I had. I ordered it used, and it skipped. First saw it when me and my friend were talking about it, and he finally went out and bought it after he found it at Mohegan Sun. And I was really jealous that he bought it, because I had known about the movie for like 2 years, and then he goes out and like buys it. But yeah, and I watched it, and while watching with him, he skipped through several scenes because he couldn't watch that. I'm like, Jesus Christ, just leave the room during scenes, because I still want to watch this. I haven't seen this movie before, but I finally bought it, and one of the scenes that he skipped through on the disc, but I finally got to see it, and it was the cult scene from Faces of Death. But the movie I will be reviewing is Faces of Death Part 2, which is it's one out of, from the ones that Gorgon released, which are the official Faces of Death movies. It's 2 out of 4 of the official Faces of Death, and this one has the same guy from the first one. I didn't like it as much as I liked the first one. I'd give this one roughly a 6 out of 10. Well, the first one I'd give a 7. This one, the first one had a cool. First of all, the one thing that really stood out to me, I'm not spoiling anything, there's nothing to spoil in any of these movies. Well, I've only seen the first 2 so far, but there's nothing to spoil, really. Like, the transition from the last scene to the end credits is absolutely horrible and just leaves you with, like, that's it. But, out of all the Faces, well, I've only seen the first 2, out of the 2 Faces of Death movies I've seen, this one actually had one that got to me. None of them have actually disturbed me, but this had one that really got under my skin, and it was the one where the stuntman, it was Kenny Powers. Can't help but laugh because I just got finished watching the latest episode of Eastbound and Down. But Kenny Powers, he tries to jump like a mile over a river using a rocket-powered truck, or just, oh no, it was just, I think it was just a regular car, but he tries to jump a mile over a river, and he goes what looks like half a mile high into the air, and it's incredibly freaky because of the situation. What happens, he shoots himself off the ramp that is incredibly high. I don't know how high. It looks like he goes half a mile into the air, and, or actually no, that's a little too far. I'm thinking half a mile into air. Yeah, that's not half a mile, but he goes pretty damn high into the air, and up there his car just breaks apart. Yeah, out of all the autopsy footage, the animal slaughterers, the people jumping out of buildings, plane crashes, aftermath of people getting run over, boxing matches gone wrong, train crashes, executions in public. This is the one that gets to me, is the stuntman, because it just puts your, this just got to me. I think one of the main things, because that exact moment I got shivers, it was the same moment that the music just came in. And if you've seen Faces of Death, the first one had this 2-note soundtrack that goes doo doo. Just fucking, I don't want to imitate it. I just sound like a dumbass, but The new one had a similar soundtrack, only there's more to it, and that exact moment that I kind of got shivers was the exact moment that the music started playing, so that had a big effect on it, that one moment. But overall, I'd give Faces of Death Part 2 a 6 out of 10. It's a decent sequel. It's doesn't live up to the original. Once again, often imitated, never equaled. I'd have to say that for this one, it's trying to do what the first one did, and it doesn't equal out. I haven't seen any of the rip-offs, like Faces of Gore, Traces of Death, Death Faces. It's so funny how these things, they're obvious rip-offs, which makes me laugh. But yeah, if you're a Faces of Death fan, check this out. I found it interesting. Though scenes in this movie I had to fast forward through because I couldn't watch it. The animal testings I had to fast forward through. The monkey getting injected and tested for drugs, and all the other monkeys getting tested for drugs. I couldn't watch that. I had to fast forward through that. And the scene where they try to kill the dolphins and whales, I had to fast forward through that. I can watch all these autopsy footages from the first one. I can't watch animals being slaughtered. There's something about that. I was able to watch the slaughterhouse scene. I was able to watch Blood of the Beast on the Eyes Without a Face DVD, but I couldn't watch the poor animals get tested on, or the dolphins getting killed, because they squirm around, they squeal, and they're defenseless. But I still eat meat. I don't know why. It's weird. I refuse to eat veal though, because that's just fucking disgusting. But yeah, that was my review for the DVD Fiends Wednesday night. I was a little late. I just got back from New York actually. I cleaned up. After I got back from New York. Just saw West Side Story. And saw Virgin Megastore was closing, and just decided to go on because last time I went, weren't having a sale this time. They were having a 40 to 60% off, so yeah, why not? But you'll see that when I do my DVD update. Anyway, Faces of Death 2, 6 out of 10. Check it out if you're a fan.